Hey there, how are you doing today? Welcome to Review Sesh. If you've been here before, I really appreciate you coming back to visit me. And if you haven't been here before, give me just one moment. Let me tell you a little bit about who I am and what I do. So my name's Mike, and what I do is I review federally legal hemp products and devices. So it doesn't really matter whether it's a consumable product of any kind, or whether it's a functional device of any type. We're going to be looking at all of that stuff on this channel. I really do hope you enjoy the content that I'm making for you. So guys, you know I love my flower reviews, and today is another flower review. This one I'm really excited about. I have it on good authority that this is some really, really good stuff. Um, and it's from a friend of the channel. You guys have seen this vendor several times here, and we're going to be checking out something very special from them. But real quick, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to kick it back to the previous me, and he's going to go ahead and reiterate to you guys a little bit about what it is that we do here on this channel. And he might even be able to explain a little bit about what THCA is to those of you who might not really know what it is or might still be unsure about it. And then after that, we're going to be hopping right into this review. All right, as you guys know, I review federally legal hemp products and devices on this channel. And some of these products have THCA in the name. And THCA is one of those things that has an awful lot of people confused right now. So if you're one of those people that's confused, give me just one moment. Let me explain a little bit. I might be able to educate you a little bit about what THCA actually is. And THCA stands for tetrahydrocannabinolic acid, and it's the naturally occurring compound found on all hemp plants everywhere. Basically, it's the precursor to what we know now as Delta 9 THC. All right. So, in and of itself, though, guys, THCA is not psychoactive. You're not going to go out and eat a piece of a hemp plant and get any elevated effects. It does not work like that. It first has to undergo a process called decarboxylation. And decarboxylation may sound like a fancy chemistry word, and it's because it is, but it's very simple in principle. And it simply means application of heat. So it doesn't really matter whether it's environmental heat, just the heat of the sun, it's a hot day outside, or, we're applying some artificial heat with some flame or with an electronic heat source like I like to use. We are decarboxylating that THCA molecule, and it's dropping that A right off the end of that molecule chain, and it's leaving you with good old-fashioned THC. So, guys, I want to be very clear on this. For all intents and purposes, the THC that everybody that you've ever spoken to or has ever spoken about before this, before 2018, they have been referring to THCA, the naturally occurring compound found on the plant. All right? Very clear about that. It is basically the same thing everybody's always spoken about. But the great thing is, since 2018 in the federal farm bill, we can get all these things to our doors. We don't have to go out and, you know, deal with strange people at odd times of night, potentially go out and, waste our time at the least and risk our safety at the worst. Now we just get it mailed to us. And when you get your packages in the mail, you're going to be getting something like this. This is a letter, a notice to law enforcement and the Postal Service. And it just dictates what is in the package, and it does list the applicable sections of the 2018 Farm Bill that the things in the package are covered under. Very important to hold on to these guys. You don't want to get rid of these right now. They pack flat. Just hold on to them. There's no reason to throw these out at this moment. For the foreseeable future, hold on to these and hold on to any COAs or certificates of analysis that you may have with your products. All right. All right, guys. So now with all that stuff out of the way, we're going to be checking out something today from the Southern Maryland experience. And today we're going to be looking at white gummy. White gummy, as I'm looking online, is a cross of jelly bean and bubble gum. Now, I have not had either of these ever. I've not had either of these parent strains. So we will be checking out white gummy. I'm going to pour this out real quick. I'm expecting it to be very sweet, very fruity. I mean, it's gummy. It's going to be fruity, right? Not necessarily tropical, but we're going to get some berry and stuff in there probably. And on the nose, it does smell very fruity. Full disclosure, I have already opened this up, and I'll explain why in just a moment. On the nose, out of the jar, smells very fruity, which is as to be expected. Always coming with the Humidicure packs. These are actually, I think I like these better than the other Humidipacks that go around, better than the Bovedas and the other stuff. So here are the nugs. They are fairly small, but they're good smalls. Not a problem with those nugs whatsoever. Very pretty, very, very bright green, really pretty bright orange hairs, though not overly hairy, if you get what I'm saying. Really nice stuff. Now, Jelly Bean. Oh goodness, we're gonna have to go deep on this one, guys. We're gonna have to go deep on this one. Um, all right, so what we're not gonna do this time, we're not gonna take a cut. Reason being, guys, is I'm going to go ahead and start pre-opening these packs, getting the shots, getting the images, photographs, all of that sort of stuff before I start filming. What that's going to do is it's going to help me streamline my process a little bit more, and hopefully over time it'll create a more natural flow for things. So to let you guys know, the shots that you're going to be seeing momentarily were taken a while back. We're not going to be jumping back and forth as much as we have been, and part of that's going to be because I'm going to be doing a lot more live streaming, guys. I've really been enjoying live streaming and interacting with y'all directly. And we're going to be doing a lot more of that. Um, and that's going to, again, hopefully make things seem a little bit more natural. And I'll be able to, yeah, just enjoy my time with you guys directly more than just filming these videos. I love filming these videos. Don't get me wrong. I love it. But there's something else about watching chat and watching you guys speak to me and being able to respond back that is really cool. And doing live reviews and stuff, I think will be really neat too, because that'll give me the opportunity to get questions directly from you while I'm in the process of reviewing the stuff. You know what I mean? If there's something I'm overlooking that you want to know, you'll be able to check in with me. All right, guys. So I've gone ahead and taken some photos. I already have a little bit of this broken up over here, but I'm going to go ahead and I am going to grind some of this up. Now, as you notice the photo with the photos, you're going to notice some very, very pretty, very healthy flower. Trichomes, very healthy, good transitioning, lots of coverage. Um, I do have it on good authority. This should be very, very potent. It is listed at 23.60% with yeah, so we'll see. That doesn't seem like a high potency, guys, but from what I understand and who told me this, they have a very, very high tolerance as well. And I do expect this to actually really hit nicely. So we're gonna throw all of the smaller buds in the grinder, and we're gonna retain some of the others for later. Give it a good grind. But guys, if you've been joining me on my live streams, I really do appreciate you being there, and we will be doing much, much more with the live streams. I've got a lot going on. I got off of that live stream last night. I had a live stream last night, and I got off of that one, and I got right back at it, and I started figuring out different cool, different things that I could do with these different filters and stuff. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but I do have these strange filters that I can use now. Um, all sorts of cool stuff. Um, yeah, so we'll find creative ways to start using those things during the course of our reviews, um, or just our interactions live and that sort of stuff. I'll be hopefully getting with a couple of creators, a couple of musicians, and you know, uh, music engineers and stuff like that, and hopefully be getting some exclusive music that I can start sharing on my channel, on my live streams. So hopefully, we got some friends that we might start trying to promote some of their stuff. A lot of it's in the hip hop and the rap genre, which admittedly I'm not a huge follower of. However, some of the beats and some of the stuff that these guys work on as I sit and listen to them, they really do resonate to some degree with me. So we'll be having a lot more guests. We'll be doing a lot more different fun stuff. But for right now, we're going to be trying this out with a couple of different bowls. We're using the microdose bowl. Get that one packed there. And we'll be hitting that through the whiff. And then we're going with the titanium hybrid matrix ball. And we're going to be hitting this with the One Hit Wonder brought to you by the Dab Hut. Go over there, check them out. They are very, very worth checking out. If you're interested, just follow my link in my campsite.bio through the profile here on YouTube. The Dab Hut, very, very nice, very good people. If you do acquire any items or any devices from them, they have an active Discord, and that Discord is just fully populated with people that really know an awful lot about these devices and all of this stuff. So it's one of the only places I can think of where you can go and get a device and then have constant, like face to face on video, verbal interaction with people that can really help you if you need the help. Yeah, so really, really cool place, really good people. Go out over to the Dab Hut and check them out. All right, back to White Gummy from the Southern Maryland experience. We're going to be hitting that with the injector side of our one hit wonder. Mm, okay. There's some berry on there. There is some berry on there, but initially, check my temps on that. Initially, what I'm getting is fairly earthy, like some earthy gas, sweet, and it's carrying sweet berry. Um, so initially, yeah, very, very smooth, and then at the end of it, well, smooth brought on by that earthy kind of not super sweet up front, you know. And then by the time that passes, on the back end of it, it's like, oh wow, that's very sweet. That's just the first taste though through the microdose bowl. These days, things tend to change once I put a little bit more heat through them. So one of the things that I like about vaping, as I've mentioned before, is the variation um, of what you're getting when you're vaping. It's pretty crazy. Throw my stepper on there so I can get a little bit more surface area, cool it down a little bit. Okay, okay. Oh yeah, oh yeah. More heat going through it. That earthy smoothness with the smaller bowl turns into straight up punchy pine, but pine with berry, pine with fruit. It's sweet and it's gassy in that it'll kind of punch you in the chest. It'll get you right back here. Wow. All right, so whew, was a heck of a hit. Looking at all bud, white gummy is listed as a cross of jelly bean and bubble gum. It's a 60-40 cut and 60-40 split indica dominant, which is fairly standard. 60-40 is a standard split. Um, Sweet, fruity. Yeah, it is sweet and fruity, but there's that. It does have that pine and earth, and the pine and earth in this case is up front and fleeting, and then the fleeting, like it's up front, but it leaves quick, and then it's replaced by a very sweet, almost candy profile. Mm. Effects on this are going to show, you're going to be have that body high, you're going to be relaxed, tingly, it's going to be uplifting, it's going to help relieve anxiety, chronic pain, distress, depression, fatigue, stress. Yeah, I mean, anything that's going to help you relax. I've said this before. If it can help you relax, it can help relieve anxiety, chronic pain, depression, fatigue, stress, if it's helping you relax. And that tends to be what indicas do. So, I mean, it's pretty common sense to me. Um, Flavors: berry, blueberry, fruity, gas, sweet. Aromas: berry, blueberry, diesel, earthy, pine, vanilla, woody. It does have some of that pine, some of that wood on the aromas, but it also has it very distinctly up front on the flavor, which is followed by berry, fruity, sweet types of flavors on the back end. It's very good, and it's pretty potent. It is creeping on me pretty good. It is creeping on me pretty good right now. Um, yeah, very nice. Very nice. I gotta say, recently, guys, a lot of the stuff I've been getting from Southern Maryland experience has been on another level. It's just been getting better and better. And not that it wasn't great before, but the value you're getting is just increasing, and there's a lot of other cool things happening over there too. They've got new packaging over there, um, all sorts of cool stuff. Mm, yeah, I can get down with this. I can get down with this. White gummy's really nice. I got to know more about the parentage though. It's some different strain names that I'm not really familiar with. Bubblegum, I mean, I'm fairly familiar with that, though I don't think I've ever had straight bubblegum. And Jelly Bean, definitely don't know what that's about. But according to Allbud, it says Jelly Bean is a 60-40 split sativa dominant hybrid, which is a cross of Space Queen and Orange Skunk. That's really cool. That's really cool. So Space Queen, and not really seeing much on Space Queen on Allbud as far as that it's been around for decades and it has haze-like properties. Um, but I'm not really seeing anything about that. Orange Skunk, California Orange crossed with Skunk number one. Sativa dominant at an 80-20 split. That's what you'd expect for skunk. Orange skunk, anyway. Bubblegum is another one of those that's been around since the 70s, and it's an 80-20 split, or almost thereabouts, approximately 80-20 split of indica dominance. So and it was created by crossing Indiana bubblegum with an unidentified indica. So interesting history on that one. But again, like a lot of these strains in this white gummy have some they have some provenance, but it's fairly unknown. Like they've been around for a while. You know what I mean? They're not like the parentage of these strains have been around for a while. Of this strain in particular, uh, in fact, and um, yeah, it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy that I'm starting to see newer things coming around. Like this is new for me. White gummy is new for me. But the other strains I'm reading about are also new for me. Yet they've been around for decades. Yeah, I've been smoking for over 2 decades, guys, and I'm still learning something new every day about this plant. It still fascinates me. I love it, and I'm really digging this white gummy. It is very potent, very potent. It's got me pretty well lit. um, yeah, I think I'm probably gonna take a break off of that one and go find something to eat. It's making me a little bit hungry, to be honest. Might give you a little bit of a munchie. But yeah, white gummy from the Southern Maryland experience. Very, very pretty stuff. Very, very pretty stuff. All right, guys. So I hope you've enjoyed this little review of white gummy from the Southern Maryland experience. This is gonna be, I'm still gonna be doing these reviews. I'm still gonna be doing the long form, regular, recording, editing, posting my regularly scheduled times. But you're going to be seeing a lot more of my live streams, like I say, and I hope you guys will be, coming over and joining me on those as I begin having them regularly. You're going to start seeing other people that you might know in the community on YouTube showing up. Different guests. You never know who will show up. I'm going to be trying to get all sorts of people to maybe come on and talk about their favorite strains or their favorite terpene profiles, where they think the you know industry's going, if you want to call it that. I'm not sure if I really want to talk about it like an industry. I feel like it really is like more of a community kind of a thing. I'd like to feel like it's more community driven. Um, but yeah, we're gonna have some actual breeders coming on, hopefully, giving us some good information, some really good um, knowledge, that we may not know about, that some of you guys may not know about, and there's definitely going to be stuff that I'm trying to learn that I still don't know about that I'm going to try to get some people on here to explain to me and hopefully to explain to you guys during the course of a live stream. Maybe we can get some Q&A sessions going, do some other interesting stuff. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, and I hope you guys will, just keep that bell icon clicked for any time I have any new content coming out so you're notified. Again, if there's anything that you're interested in here, hop over to my campsite.bio on my profile here on YouTube, and I've got all sorts of different links set up. One link on my campsite.bio in particular I want you guys to check out, and I want you to follow it. If you guys are on Discord, come join us over on the Green World Discord. That's where I spend most of my time. That's where you can find me. And I'd really love to actually, just hang out with some of you guys outside of live streams and stuff like that. And, that's where I get a lot of my information. I learn a lot about these plants over there on that Discord. And I'd like to share some of that with you guys. So if you're interested and you'd like to be part of the community with us, come on over. You know, if there's anything that you want to see more of on this channel, don't hesitate to ask. Just let me know in my comments if there's anything you're sick of seeing. Let me know in my comments. I'm going to be trying some different things over the course of the next few weeks or a month, and I hope that you guys will really enjoy it. But we'll see what happens. I am really excited about implementing some of these things. I'm definitely going to enjoy working on some of these new projects. So yeah, until I see you next time, I want you guys to keep taking care of yourselves, taking care of your loved ones. Yeah, take care of each other. Um, Yeah, as always, I want you to continue to stay lifted, continue to stay blessed, and talk to you really soon. Peace.